Robert Masterson.
I'm Justin Kroll.
I'm Nick Zeman.
Bradley Cruz.
Oh, we're Hugh, Bob, and the Hustle.
-1.
Minus Quinn Sharper, who's getting his Motley Crue tickets. Well, I was really nervous at first. I never sang in front of people or in my own band. So it took a lot of shows before I felt comfortable doing that. But it's very rewarding writing your own songs and getting feedback from that.
I think we kind of treated it like a totally different thing. So, yeah, we started in rock and roll realm, and we tried to sort of fake country just as fun. We had no agenda at first, and then we started to find like that we actually had a sound inside of a sound as opposed to trying to pretend like we're playing country. We just started to play whatever the song was asking for, which naturally just fell somewhere between the old rock and roll lines and whatever our style of nonsense country is now. So, yeah, it just kind of happened. Just playing a bunch and writing, yeah.
Well, Justin's from Tosa, Quinn's from Waukesha, Brad and Nick are from Appleton area, and I grew up in northern Wisconsin, pretty far out from a small town of about 300 people. So growing up to me was all like jukebox music and maybe more like folk and Americana and like NPR stuff. So I think that's the way like my musical path got shaped, was just from growing up in rural areas. But I don't know. What about you guys?
I was definitely very metal growing up, and I still am to a certain extent. Quinn Sharper also was, who's not with us because he's purchasing Motley Crue tickets as we speak for later tonight. But then there was other stuff that I think Wisconsin was very metal for most people in high school here. And like in the 90s and whatnot. I mean, sorry, not Wisconsin, Milwaukee. I don't mean to incorporate everyone. How was Appleton, Nick, for music? Emo?
I was homeschooled. Yes, I was totally an emo band. And I'm proud of it. Thank you very much. But I think just Wisconsin in general, I think the long winters, it's great for musicians. You know, you kind of have to choose whether you're going to just sit around or I find that we write a lot of stuff in winter because you're just trapped in the house. You're either depressed or you're really creative. Yeah, yes. And I'd say, yeah, I think that summer's a great time to release stuff, and winter's a great time to start with depression, and then, you know, spring comes and you've got this huge batch of songs and you got something to do with it. So I do think like the polarizing seasons help, but it doesn't mean that it's good for the soul in the long run.
Oh yeah, it was in the background, so you could barely hear it, but it was like a decent paycheck for us and pretty validating, I think, for the band because that was our first placement. And there's just like certain lines in that song that kind of pick on country music, or that it only has to be from Nashville or Texas, and it's kind of an invitation for people that are going to judge us about playing country music and being from Wisconsin. It's kind of an invitation for them to try to make fun of us for just doing what we're writing from our heart. So yeah, I guess just validating. It felt really good to have that happen. Like, especially being a country band from Wisconsin, having it on a show called Nashville about country music was pretty cool.